There's so much we don't know about glaciers in the high mountains. We know they're shrinking, and temperatures are rising faster at higher altitudes than anywhere else on the planet. But due to extreme conditions and inaccessibility, there's so much left to learn. Detailed field measurements are being made on just 12 out of some 54,000 glaciers in the Himalayas. We need to know more, because these glaciers feed the rivers people living down below rely on. So more measurements in the mountains are needed. Our team from the Cryosphere initiative at the International Center for Integrated Mountain Development conducts fieldwork, gathers satellite information, and feeds these data into computer models to understand why things are changing in the mountains and what that means for the future. Field measurements give us a picture of what's happening on the ground. Conditions are challenging, but measurements have to be precise. We've installed a network of weather stations to monitor conditions in the mountains. The information from these stations helps us understand what's happening at higher elevations and what that means for the rivers in the region and for those living downstream. Unmanned aerial vehicles are used to map changes in glaciers covered by debris. Before each flight, specific points must be set on the ground. After the launch, scientists track the route as the UAV captures hundreds of high-resolution images that will be used to monitor glacier change. On clean glaciers, we measure how much snow falls and how much ice melts every year. Ice melt is measured using bamboo stakes drilled into the glacier. Digging through ice and snow, we measure how much snow fell over the last season. Monitoring stations are also installed to track conditions throughout the year. And new research is helping us understand the rate and potential impacts of permafrost thaw. Down in the valley, we install stations to measure the height and flow of glacier-fed rivers. Data collected here will be used to better understand what contributes to river flows and how these contributions might change in the future. ICIMOD has built a legacy of using remote sensing and geographic information systems to study glaciers. The Cryosphere team collects and analyzes satellite data. By comparing images taken over the past 30 years, we can see how climate change has impacted glaciers over a large region. Models help us understand how and why things are changing. We need field data, field observations, and remote sensing data to develop and test these models of glacier change and models of how much rain, snow, and ice melt contribute to rivers. All of these components add up to training opportunities for future glaciologists in the region. The information we collect is also shared with partners and policymakers. Our progress is measured not only by the datasets we collect, but in publications, training courses, and by bringing people across the region together. Our work is also attracting the attention of policymakers and the interest of international media. It's important to merge our research with the needs of people living downstream. Sharing knowledge will lead to better decision-making and help people adapt to an uncertain future.